What's going on, y'all? So listen. Um, girl, what's going on? Why I say that like that? Anyway, let's get into it. Sisters, because this episode about pissed me off. Because I actually liked it, but it about pissed me off, okay? Let me tell you this. Girl, it was a couple of things on here that made me go, no, no, no. I don't like it, okay? Something a little fishy, something ain't in the milk is clean. The milk kind of spoiled, okay? And it's just not right. So this is Sister Season 4, Episode 20. I think we got 2 more episodes to, for the season. This one called Inside Out. All right. So, Zach get that phone call from Miss Lady Girl, okay, Miss Senator Wife, you know what I'm saying? We gonna pick up where we left off. Zach get that phone call, and Miss Lady was like, "You remember me?" He said, "Girl, who you? The bitch that made you rich. Now let's stop playing, okay? You know who this is. Don't play dumb, sir, okay?" He was like, "Okay, well, what you want?" "Well, I need to talk to you." "Well, we can do this later. Can you come down here to the hotel right now?" "No, I'm not finna do that." I said, Zach, at this point, I would have said, "Listen, damn, hold on a minute, okay? Just let me go let my lady know that I need to leave out right quick and, go. I'll meet you down there in 30 minutes. That's what I would have said. Because at this point, I don't play with people like that, all right? I don't trust that lady. I don't trust anybody at this point. That is so crazy. I don't trust no one at this point, especially the new people. The new people, girl, I need to know your motives, okay? So she was like, he said, "I'll let you know when I can come down there." Because she was like, "Well, when can you come?" He said, "I'll let you know." And then she gonna say, "Well, I'm only in town for you, so I'm only in town for a little short period of time." I said, "Well, shit, bitch, if you only in town for him, you gonna have to just wait. You know what I'm saying? And do it on his time. So, just, you got the money, obviously. Extend the stay, bitch." I said, "Zach, go on down there and get this over with so this lady can get out your hair." I said, "Listen, you don't play with certain type of people. You don't play with palm color people, okay? Like, stop it. They'll fuck your life up, all right?" And she found the easy target. She found somebody that was so much down on his luck. And when I think about it, before we get to next week's episode, am I the only one who thinking now that she left that backpack on her little bag or whatever on the plane on purpose so that somebody can come get it, so that she can get a little target? That's what I feel. I feel that. At this point, I feel like just about everything and everybody is connected some way, somehow. 6 degrees of goddamn separation. All right. Meanwhile, I'm going to just go ahead and do Zach's whole situation because it was just pathetic. Well, I'm going to leave one part to the end. Y'all already know. And that's the part that I feel like was pathetic as hell. Okay. So, Fatima come in. "Hey, babe, I got my stuff. What's going on?" He was like, "It's all good." "You sure you good?" "It's all good." "Baby, what's for real? What's going on?" Because you got that look up in your face, when something went right. I know you. "For real?" "Yeah, you got that look. Like, what's going on?" He was like, "Listen, I just got to go figure out some stuff. I need some time to think. I just need to be by myself right quick. Also, you can't tell me." Now, see, at this particular moment, Fatima got on my nerves. Fatima got on my nerves. Now, Fatima, usually I'd be here for you, and I get it that Zach be telling you everything, okay? But this one particular time that he need to just hold off and just process the shit himself, let him process it, okay? Obviously, something is wrong. He already confirmed to you that it's not Karen, okay? It's something else. So, just let him process it. Let him go through it. And when he's ready to speak to you, he's going to tell you. He done already told you about the stock tip or whatever. So, why wouldn't he tell you anything else further about this whole situation? Granted, she don't know that that's what it's about, but I'm just saying, he's going to tell you. She was just kept on, "Well, I'm going to go up there and take a shower, a bath and all this stuff." She got pissed. And he was like, "Don't be mad." And I said, "You know what? I'm gonna let her have it. You go calm down up in the tub." Eventually, he come up there. She was in the tub. That was a nice bathroom. That was a nice little big bathroom, okay? She was up in the tub. First of all, I'm too big to be... I get in the tub and be like, "Bitch, how the fuck am I gonna get out?" Okay? Now, I gotta turn this way. I gotta grab on this side. My knees ain't too good. It slip, sliding. Okay, like, no. Shower me down, please, okay? Shower me down. I can't even take a bath if I wanted to right now because of this goddamn foot. But, hey, it is what it is. That shit looked nice. And Fatima looked like she was just luxuriating up in that bitch, okay? So he come up in there because he was about to get ready to go, but he was buttering her up, making sure that she's okay. You know, she calmed down for the most part. They had a little conversation. It really wasn't nothing. It was back and forth. I'm here for you. You here for me. I love you. You love me. You gonna tell me. I tell you when I'm ready. Okay, you'll just let me know when you ready. You ready to tell me? No, I'm not. You finna stay? No, I'm finna go out because, you know, you like that bath water hot and I don't want that or whatever. You know, so they were just going back and forth. That's just all that it was. I'm just glad we didn't see Hayden this episode, but we're gonna see him next week, and it's gonna be some shit. I'm pretty sure it will. So after that, Andy had called Karen. Well, I'm just going ahead and put them all together. Andy had called Karen, right, to see what was going on. Of course, she needed some advice and some, you know, I need to understand what's going on with Gary. What should I do? Now, when she gets on the phone with, because Gary had left. Gary had left. And let me just tell you this. Gary left. He walked right back over there to his apartment. I mean, not to his apartment, but to his office, okay? And then Aaron was there. Aaron was like, what's going on? I said, now, Aaron, why you still there? Because if Gary said that he was gone, and going over there to Andy's place, I would have assumed that he probably would have been spending the night, or, you know, he probably went home afterwards. Did he call Aaron to come back, or was Aaron just kicking it up in the lobby of the other job? Like, it was real, like, confusing, that part. Or maybe I'm thinking a little bit too much into it. But Aaron was there because Gary was extremely pissed off. And so he was like, what's going on? What's going on? I went up there, and I saw her, and then I saw where he did what he did to her, and I just couldn't get it out of my mind, and I just had to leave. I just had to leave. He was like, so did you do anything to her? What happened? I was like, nothing. I didn't do anything. I just left. It was like, but you know how it is, because you remember the last time you got pissed off and you got angry or whatever. He was like, I just don't understand why I get so angry. He said, listen, bruh. First of all, he was like, I just love her. I'm supposed to be up in there with her. He was like, first of all, she's single. She's a single woman. Okay? You can't expect her to be out here just waiting for your ass and get your shit together and make her want to love you or whatever. No, she got to come upon that herself. That's what she got to feel for herself, okay? And then talk about something, you know, at this point, it's not love that you're feeling. You're obsessed. I know. I just don't understand what makes me so crazy. I said, boy, sit your ass down and take a chill pill, okay? Take a chill pill. Go on a trip. And I was with Aaron. He was like, what do I do? What do I do? He said, well, shit. Andy obviously moved on a little bit. Why don't you go out there and get you a woman too? A little woman to go mess around with or talk to. You ain't even gotta have sex. He just said to talk to or whatever. Baby, at this moment, let's see what you won't do. You won't call me over to talk because you going through some stuff or whatever. Ask me my opinion on stuff. And just because you don't like my opinion, you come at me at my throat, especially when I'm not being rude and disrespectful to you. That is what you won't do. And bitch, when I tell you I'll cut you off and I won't speak to you, depending on what it is and how long we've been talking or how long we've been friends or whatever, I won't speak to you for a minute. I don't know if I cut it all the way off, but it depends on what it is that you say in the heat of your being upset of whatever is going on with you. Because Aaron, you're better than me, sir. You know, for once I was on your side. But once I was on that man's side, because Gary turned around and looked at him and said, didn't your wife shoot herself? I said, excuse the fuck out of me? Me and Aaron looked like, oh, now where did that come from? And why you had to do that? Was that really necessary? And then when Aaron just looked like, what? Here go Gary. I mean, my bad, man. I didn't mean it. He said, no, you meant exactly what you said. Now, I said, now, I know you're trying to hurt people. Hurt people. But god damn, could you have said something else? Man, would you want, I would have been like, man, you want Karen to go out there fucking around somebody else? That's what you want? I would have went there. Because that would have made more sense because he told him to go out and get another woman. Would you want Karen to go get another man? That would have made sense, okay? You see the correlation? You see the parallelism, okay? Parallelogram and all that stuff up in that bitch. Geometry. Bitch, I said, didn't your wife shoot herself? I mean, that's a logical question. It's a good question, but it just didn't fit the situation. And at this point, Aaron was fed the fuck up. He said, listen, you gonna call me over here? Next time you call me over here and you need some help, you better make sure that you want to hear what I have to say. And you're not going to fucking insult me the way that you just did. And bitch, it just came to a point. I said, first of all, Aaron, you talking a little bit too much. Because at that moment when he said that shit, I wouldn't have said nothing. I would have turned my ass around and I would have walked the fuck back out. And then eventually that's exactly what Aaron did. Gary talked about something. Come on. I need to talk. I said, no, sir, it's over. It's done with. You know, let that man breathe because you hit a low blow. You Marlo'd his ass, okay? You really Marlo'd his ass, you know. And I just said, that is unfair, Gary. Sit your ass down. Now I'm looking at these men and I need to know their heights, okay? I gotta go look them up so I can talk about it. Because, you know, when Logan popped up and I'm looking at Danny tall, okay, and then when she got her heels on, she a little bit taller. Now I did this whole little rant or whatever about him being short, okay, with a little booty and everything. Baby, I'm looking at the episode tonight, and when Danny took her heels off, he was a little bit taller than her. I said, wait a minute, is the cameras playing tricks on me or is my eyes playing tricks on me? And then Gary and Aaron kind of like the same height too. I said, y'all look shorter than what y'all are? Is it the camera or is it my eyesight? I do need to schedule an eye appointment. It's been a minute. But wow, I said, looks can be deceiving. Looks can be really much deceiving. But anyway, back to Andy. She gets on the phone calling Karen. Hello. Hey, Karen, what's going on, girl? Nothing. I'm just sitting here. What you doing? I said, I'm just sitting here. Oh, girl, you just sitting there. Where? You still at work? Nah, I'm off work. I'm getting ready to go home. I'm just sitting here. Oh, you driving? It don't sound like you driving. Okay, girl, what is it that you want? What is it that you want? Girl, I just really want to talk to you about some stuff. She was like, what happened with Gary? Oh my God, you really think it's about Gary? Like, am I that predictable? Like, that's the reason why you call me, right? That's the reason why you call me, right? Like, what's going on? She said, girl, what's going on with you? Look, girl, I'm just tired or whatever, and I just really want to get home. So, like, what's going on? You don't want to come over to my place? No, I just said I'm tired and I want to go home. So, like, what's going on, girl? Well, okay, it is about Gary. Exactly. Now what? What'd he do? What you want to hear, okay? Or do you want to go ahead and talk to Danny so she can really tell you what you want to hear? I said, excuse the fuck out of me. Now, see, if you was going to be sarcastic like this and have this goddamn disgusting ass, I don't really want to talk to you ass tone because you and your feelings about wanting to be with Zach because you sitting outside of his house like a stalking ass bitch that just can't get over it, you shouldn't have answered the phone, okay? You shouldn't have answered the phone at all. You should have just let it ring, okay? That's what you should have. And then in that moment, I don't care what nobody say, but in my honest opinion and what I'm picking up on, Karen don't really like Danny. And I've been picking up on that since the series started. Karen don't really like Danny. And it's just, you just got to go back from season 1 all the way now. If you can think, I'm not telling you got to go watch it, but just think back at some of the things that she said when it comes to Danny. It's always a smart remark. It's always almost as if she's trying to put her down and make it. I really feel like she thinks that, you know, because she has a business and Andy has her law firm where she is somewhere she can be a partner at or something like that. It's a prestige, and because she's a business owner, she feels as though her and Andy, they're on the same level and they probably were close in college or whatever. And with Sabrina and Danny, they're working for people in a place where they can't move up and they can't own that place. You see what I'm saying? Because even though, you know, Andy's a lawyer, she can work up to become a partner, to get more money, to become like the big person on campus or whatever. Sabrina, she can move up to be a manager. She probably already is a manager, but she can't own that bank unless she go out and she go own her own bank or whatever. Danny, she working in the airport. airport, okay? And I feel like she look her nose down on all of them, but I feel like, well, she look her nose down on Sabrina and Danny, but at the time, I'm pretty sure she looks her nose down more so on Danny, because compared to everybody else, Danny's not that successful, I would say, you know, given in the career field, you know, and we learn more about that when she went on a date with Logan. And I'm just like, the way she said that shit, I just never liked her in the way that she came across to Danny. It's like, damn, you hate the bitch or something? I ain't gonna say hate, you just don't like her, or you just tolerating her because Andy like her. That's what it feel like. It feel like not a friendship between Danny and Karen and Sabrina. It feel like more like toleration, okay? And like everybody was saying up in the comments who made this comment, what the fuck did Karen do to Danny hair besides just put a little bit of oil in it and move a strand of lock from one side to the other? Because wasn't it the same when they went on a little double date? I thought she was going to take the locks down because they faux locks, okay? I thought she was going to take the locks down. I thought she was going to wash that thing. I thought she was going to style it, profile it, or whatever. You know, put it in the... Girl, now, okay? But anyway, you know, Andy was like, ooh, okay, what you want me to do? You mad because I called you because you sitting outside Zach's house? She was like, listen, this is what we do. You know what I'm saying? Zach, he up here, you know, we break up. He go out. He go do what he do, act a little stupid, and then he come back home. That's all that it is. And I just need to tell him that it's time's up, okay? Time to bring your ass back home. I said, girl, first of all, I wouldn't be getting no relationship advice from Karen, because look at the state that Karen is. Karen is not in her right mind at this point. Karen is blinded by the fact that she can't believe that the one time that she the one time out of many that she kicked him out and broke up with him, he finally said, no, I'm not coming back, and she can't take it. And so she proceeds to get out that car and go over there to Fatima and Zach's house. Because that's what it is, Fatima and Zach's house. And knocking on the door. Now, I was praying to God. I said, you know, let me not say that. I was hoping so hard. I said, Fatima, open up the door. Because at this moment, I thought Zach had already left. You know, because Zach had to go to the airport. That's what it seemed like. Even though he didn't say he was finna go to the airport, but he did say he wasn't finna stay in the tub with Fatima. So I just assumed that he was about to get ready to leave. Oh, no, not the airport, but to the hotel. He opened up the door. I said, oh, okay. Now, see, girl, you got saved. You got saved for a second. She said, can I come in here and talk? He said, first of all, the hell you doing here? Because we need to talk. Okay, well, what is there really to talk about? I mean, you won't answer my phone calls or whatever. And he said, again, what's there to talk about? Okay, because you're not calling him about the baby. And you did not come over there to talk about the baby. You came over there to get him back. And when he said, no, we can step outside. Oh, so I can't come up into your house? No, you can't come up into my house. And I wasn't even mad that he did that. I get the history, but for somebody to do that shit to you, obviously they were never happy up in a relationship with you. They loved you. They probably were in love with you, but they just put up with the treatment. And both of y'all put up with the mistreatment of each other, okay? And that's just what it is. And sometimes you get so set in your ways and so settled and so used to that mistreatment, so used to that person, that when one of those people break away, the other one really don't understand what it is to do without them. So therefore, they're so used to it. So now it's like, I need to get that back so I can fully function. And that means that you need to go seek some help, okay? That's become your norm, and that is what you used to, and that is what you need to function. That is literally Karen right now. You were in a dysfunctional ass, toxic ass relationship, and you are in your feelings because you broke up with this man, and this man decided not to come back to you this time. Mind you, he's done a lot of shit, according to you. He didn't cheated on you. He didn't almost had a baby on you. He didn't brought you back STDs, according to you. You know what I'm saying? But yet this time, you know, because you felt like he stole from you. He did all this other stuff and you broke up with him. And so when he took a stab wound for you, when he did all this other stuff for you, it wasn't enough. You threw out his daddy, or his daddy or his granddaddy shit. You know what I'm saying? You accused him of stealing from you. And then you expect after all of that shit, that he's supposed to come back to you after you chose somebody else over him too? No. No. And then that's all it takes. It takes that one time for somebody to come in and show a person better what they've been missing. And that was Fatima. Okay? That was Fatima, and she can't take it. And it's like, just let it go. Move on. He even had to say, listen, this is not Karen. This is not you. You need to go find yourself, and you need to get over this, okay? Because I'm not in love with you, but I still want you, Zach. I still want you, Zach. You love me. You gonna look me in my face, and you gonna tell me that you don't love me? I don't love you. I'm not in love with you right now. It's just not gonna happen. So you telling me that you love her? He was like, I'm in love with Fatima. After you just know her for a few months, you know this girl. Yes, that's what it is. He said, don't you got a man? So why you here? And I said, oh, okay. Because that's the big $1 million question. Why is you here, girl? Let's just be 100% honest, okay? You want the man back. You jealous. You bitter. You're miserable. And you just can't get over the fact that you feel like you fucked up, okay? That's what it is. Because you realize that the man that you thought would never leave, okay, has finally left. And you can't get over it. And it's a shame. It happens. It happens. And I know it hurts. I know it hurts. Okay? But ain't no way in hell I make a fool of myself like this showing up to a motherfucking house. Okay? Hell no. So people can call me crazy. No, 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 no. All right? And I ain't even going to call her crazy. She's just having a little mental break. That's what it is. She's just having a mental break. And I mean, it happens. But at this point, Sabrina, I'm going to need you to get over it. Snap out of it. Okay? You going to let her up in here. You going to let... But since we ain't talking about us no more, then let's talk about this, baby. Because what you doing? He was like, I'll get to it when we get to it. So that's what you going to do. So you going to make me raise this baby on my own? I said, first of all, you don't even know if the baby is his. But to think that he wouldn't be there for the child if it is his, that's again you looking down on him, you thinking less of him. And why would he want to be with somebody that's going to think less of him? See, this whole time you was talking about yourself. You're not even thinking about him. It's about what you want. Whereas with Fatima, she's catering to his needs and he's catering to hers. It's an equal type of situation going on. It's reciprocity. Girl, reciprocity. That is not how I say it. Reciprocal. I had to sing the song. Y'all know the word that I'm trying to say. It is late. Y'all know around this time my tongue get tongue tied or whatever. Reciprocity. Bitch, y'all know what I'm saying. You do for me, I do for you, bitch. We on the same even plane. Don't come for me up in the comments, okay? I'm telling you, and I took a pill. I'm just gonna put it up to my medication. Okay. Sometimes I be feeling real because I be listening, and sometimes I do play my videos back, and I be sitting here like, damn, bitch, you couldn't say that simple word, girl. It just be a time. It happens. It happens. Reciprocity. And we're going to leave it right there. Anyway, shout out to Lauryn Hill X Factor, okay? So that wound up happening. I said, girl, let's talk about this baby. It was like, because, you know, she going to be up in your life. So that means that she going to be up in your life, too. Hell, the fuck yeah. That means that not Sabrina. That means that Miss Fatima going to be up in his life. So let's go up in there to talk. Okay, baby, when she tried to go up to that door and Zach grabbed that arm, now at one point I said, hold up, Zach, don't touch her, okay? But at the same time, was I the only one in my mind thinking that Karen kind of liked the fact that he touched her? Because he touched her, and that's all that she really wanted. But then she realized it wasn't the touch that, you know, she truly wanted, because she wanted something more. She wanted him to touch her, pull her back, embrace her, and probably kiss her, and he just didn't do that. But then all of a sudden, Fatima opened up that window and said, oh yeah, I'll be down to talk. It is funny. But then on next week, I think that lady that's supposed to be the baby mama, or the alleged baby mama, or the lady that stole the money from Karen that tried to blame it on Zach, that bitch gonna show up. I'm pretty sure that's who that was in her store talking about something. You better be glad you're not married to him, because if you was, I would have took you for everything you got too. I said, what? First of all, Zach, what type of birds you be fucking around with? And do you really know this lady? Ew. Meanwhile, girl, since we was talking about them, Gary went back over there to Andy's place, right? She was like, what's up? First of all, you came up here because that's the same thing that she told Karen. She was like, he had this look and he just left. And it was the same look that he had when he realized that I had moved on to, had sex with Paris. And so that's when she realized that, you know, yeah, he's still watching me. But I swept the house and it was no bugs or whatever. And she was like, that's what you get for getting a stripper. I said, now listen, don't turn your nose down at that man. Okay, Fuego did his damn job, all right, just because he a stripper. And they need to stop throwing the word stripper around as if it's bad. They offer entertainment, they do a damn job, and they, bitch, they just like every goddamn body else, okay? They just show their flesh and they know how to dance. That's it. That's it. Stop it. Stop with the judgment. So Gary comes back over there and Andy was like, now why the fuck you leave out the way that you left out? Because the same way that you looked when you found out that I had fucked around with Paris, that was the same way that you was looking when I sat down on this couch. It was like, you know that Robin was here, huh? He was like, I mean, yeah, you mean my ass. How the fuck you know that Robin was here? Well, she was like, you been up here watching? You got bugs listed up in here? You think I got cameras and stuff up in here? What type of person you think I am? I said, spill the beans, Gary. It's time to put it all out there on the table. She was like, how did you know? Because I did fuck him. He was like, I mean, I kind of saw you in the window. Because my building like 3 blocks away. 3 buildings away from you. And she said, now how the hell you gonna see that? You can't see no shit like that. Did y'all see when he was up in the office with Gary, right? I mean, Aaron, right? And Aaron had took the telescope down in the other episode. Gary had binoculars. That's why Aaron had to call him out and say, bitch, you are obsessed, okay? And this is not right. Baby, when he finally said, I was just looking at you through the telescope, Andy was disgusted. She said, are you fucking serious? And he said, I mean, yeah, this is the house that I brought you, you know, for us. I said, uh-oh, this is where you fucked up at. If it was for both of y'all, you should have put both y'all names on the goddamn lease. You should have put both y'all names on the fucking mortgage, okay? That's what you should have did. You put both y'all names on there. Or you should have just put yours so then you could be able to kick her ass out and say, no, bitch, I was just letting you stay here for the time being. My name is on this shit and I'll kick your ass out, okay? But see where you messed up, Gary, since you so goddamn smart. You tried to win her over by putting it all up in her name thinking that was going to be it. And she was just going to crawl to you. And she said, baby girl, no, okay? That's not what's going to happen. Andy wisened up for a quick second and said, oh, bitch, so this what you been trying to do this whole time? You brought all this shit for me because you want us to be together? You trying to fucking control me? That's what you been doing? I said, ding, 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 Miss Girl, we've been telling you that this whole time, and your friends. And your friends, okay? You know, even though they want to benefit off of what he been giving, they kind of told you, especially Karen, okay? And I said, girl, just let that shit go. She said, you know what? I'm finna go down to my apartment and you can get the hell up out of here, okay? Don't fucking contact me or whatever. She got on that the elevator and she started going down. I said, now, Andy, why you trying to act all bad like you gonna say fuck this nigga when you know you gonna be back with this nigga by the time season 5 come on? Okay, you can play games or whatever, you know, because she even brought up Hayden. So you had Hayden do something? Oh, we'll talk about that motherfucker in a minute. I said, all right. He was like, Hayden? What Hayden got? I said, it ain't time to play stupid no more, okay? Playing stupid is out the door. I said, oh, Miss Andy kind of bossed up a little bit, but it ain't going to be, it's going to be short-lived, okay? We got that out the way. I was about to say, what is the point of this Q and Maurice situation? I'm not understanding why we still going through the rigmarole of it. But I will say this part. Something kind of stood out for me. And I don't know if y'all picked up on it. And I don't know if it means something or it's just a throwaway thing, because it was just so, it was sticking out a little bit too much for me, for not to mention, or for us to not kind of keep in the back of our mind when it comes to them. It's like, why is he still up in that house with Maurice? How is it that he was able to get parole to his house without Maurice conducting it, talking to the officials, getting his signature, all that stuff, going through the paperwork, going through the interview process or whatever that it needs to judge and see if Maurice is a good place, and if Maurice actually said that he's okay to be there in his place, right? So that didn't happen, but they just went on ahead and put it on Maurice and just let him stay up in there. And I'm only saying all of this because Maurice came out the room and, you know, Mr. Q was making him breakfast or dinner or whatever. And he said, you know, dinner is, or he just came back from work. He was like, dinner is in the oven and you want me to heat it up or whatever. I got some frozen margaritas or whatever in the refrigerator if you want, you know. And of course, Maurice was trying to do his same thing, trying to, you know, talk shit about him a little bit, shade him a little bit, and trying to make it seem like he really don't want him. Like he don't want him to touch him in his inside part. Like he don't want to be the one that said, fill me up, nigga, like Lil Murda. Y'all don't understand how many times I had turned back. I said, oh, fill me up, nigga. Let me tell y'all something. If one of y'all ever tell me some shit like that, that'll be the day y'all start a YouTube channel and be like, Ashley just, like, I ain't get it at first, but bitch, I get it now. That's what y'all gonna be like. That's what y'all gonna be like. You know, I gotta hype myself up because ain't nobody else gonna do it. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. It's just because I've been out of commission. It's just been so slow. Anyway, but I said, wow. But getting back on Q and Maurice. Then all of a sudden, he said something about, what did he say? Like, what was making you so dumb to rob a bank or whatever, you and your friends to go rob a bank and all that? And then this is where Q gets loud, too. And he got a little angry almost, too. He was like, because you and Sabrina put me up to it. You and Sabrina made me do it. And I was like, huh? And even Maurice said, what? And he was like, oh, so me and Sabrina told you to do it. What did we tell you to do? You told me to go up there and get in the bank because it's a whole bunch of money, all this stuff. Woo, woo, woo. Y'all set it up. And then y'all wanted me to give y'all the money. Oh, so what were we going to do with the money? Oh, because we were going to go down and get 2 pieces and a biscuit. And then we were going to go down to Canada. Okay. And the way that he was asking the questions, they were very specific, right? And he was a little bit loud as if he was trying to make sure something that, like, the voice was recording. I said, is this motherfucker recording him? Trying to make it seem as if it was Maurice who set it up. Because remember, when Sabrina said earlier, after all of this stuff happened and Maurice finally came back to work, that, you know, she had to convince the people at the job to keep Maurice on because they were convinced that Maurice had something to do with it. I said, oh my God, keep that in mind. I may have been tripping, but I feel like that was an Easter egg, a big ass Easter egg that we need to keep in the back of our mind. And knowing Tyler Perry, we probably ain't gonna get to it till season 5. So just keep that in the back of your mind. But the last thing we want to talk about, and let me just tell y'all this. If you have any thoughts, and I do know that some things had probably leaked, probably like a little bit before this second part came out. I don't want to see it on my in my comments because it was a couple of y'all that kept on putting some stuff on there that might turn out to happen, and y'all was not saying it as if y'all think it's gonna happen. Y'all was saying it literally as if that's what's going to happen, and I deleted it. And I hate when y'all do shit like that. I like to find out shit on my own, and as I'm watching, I don't want shit to be fucking spoiled. So if you know something, keep that shit to yourself, please, okay? Or go spoil it on somebody else's shit, okay? Don't do that shit over here. But since we got that out the way, this shit with Bio, this shit with Logan, I'm not even finna go through that whole goddamn date. Listen, Danny and Logan showed up at first. He was a little confused why they had a 4-table seating, because she didn't tell him that, it was gonna be a double date. But they had got to talking, and at first I was like, this a little dull ass conversation. What you like and what you like to listen, and all this stuff. And you work at the airport. What did you go to school for? Because she was like, I'm from Detroit. Came down here for school, stayed down here. And once I finished school, went to the airport. She got a degree in something that she said in order to put it to work, she needs to have a master. And it's just too much to get the master right now because all these bills and shit. And so she's not putting her degree to work. The only thing that I felt from that is that is a true statement that she said. It is a lot of people, we be telling people, go ahead and go to get a school, go ahead and get that degree and all that stuff. It's going to give you a better opportunity. It's a lot of people that go to school, get a degree, and ain't even working in the major or what they degree in. Okay, fortunately for me, my degree is something that's universal. It can go anywhere, but it's a lot of people that's not utilizing their degrees. Like, they spent all that money to do nothing with that degree. Okay, and yeah, so I understood where she was coming from on that part. But bitch, Bio came and Sabrina, and then they sit down and they was like, okay. Logan looked at Bayo and was like, don't I know you from somewhere? Bayo looked at him like, no. Logan looked at him like, oh, okay. I gotta go right quick. It was nice meeting y'all, and I'll see you later. I said, now, why the fuck would you do this? Now, see, Logan, you never had any points with me. You done went all the way down to the goddamn negative, because what you did in this scene, it was very fucking dangerous if it was real life, all right? You know that something is going on with Bayo. He knows something about him. Well, in 9 out of 10, he doing some illegal stuff. I don't know what it is. I'm not finna predict what it is, and I'm not finna say what I feel like it is or could be, because it could be a number of things, especially after the conversation that he had, Logan had with Danny, telling Danny to tell Sabrina to lawyer up, get her a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, what? But see, Bayo was so goddamn concerned about the fact that Danny got up, and Danny was so beautiful, and oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. And it was like, I mean, yeah, she was like, I need to introduce you, I need to see all your friends, okay? All your friends. And she was like, well, I want to see all your friends too. You know what? Since you keep on talking about this bitch beautiful as shit, and I'm sitting here right here, why don't you just go ahead and call her ass and not fucking leave, bitch? Okay? You notice that Bayo always offering to get his car. I'll let my driver take you home. I'll let my driver take you home. But good enough, I'm glad that neither one of them has took him up on that offer. And this is where I didn't like what Logan did. Because, like I said, obviously he knows something about Bayo that is not right. He is a cop, so he knows some things, right? He's undercover and he's done things, okay? So because you got this inkling that something is wrong, this is a bad guy, you literally get up and you leave the table, and you leave both Sabrina and Danny, your date, at the table with this guy that could potentially be dangerous? I said, fuck, I thought it was about protecting black women, right? Why didn't you just either just stay there until the dinner was over with, made sure Sabrina made herself home, made it home, and then you took Danny home? Something could have happened in the midst of that whole time, that whole thing. Given that I'm assuming something is up with Bayo, because you made us feel like it was. The way that Bayo was acting and putting all his attention on Danny made it seem like it was as well. And I'm just sitting here like, so you just left her by herself with this man? And then I just said, that's dangerous as fuck. And then you expect her to be okay when you come over and want to talk. Oh, I had to go make sure some stuff was going on. But you need to, it's that Sabrina Carlton or whatever, Sabrina Harris or whatever, and she worked at so-and-so bank. Her bank got robbed and all this stuff. Yeah, you need to just get her a lawyer. Now, see, I can't tell you anything. I can't tell you anything because it can cost me my job. But I said, if you can't tell her nothing, then why you tell her anything? At this point in time, you know something is wrong. You know something is going on. You hinting at it, but you won't say exactly what it is so that Danny can warn her friend. So Danny can protect her friend. And you just going to be like, just tell her to lawyer up. What if something happened to Sabrina in the midst of that? Before you actually tell her and it come out what's going on. I said, see, that's a fucked up storyline right there. Now you just willfully putting them up in harm's way. I didn't like that. I didn't appreciate that at all. That was some weak ass shit. And if I was Danny, I would say this would be the last time I ever talk to you. And if we do see each other in the airport, or you want to say something, you can say something. I don't have to say nothing back, but we ain't going out again. And did you notice that Danny kept on? Then he gonna ask that man, do you like cows? I said, oh, so you on a date with another man and you up here thinking about Preston? Just get back with the man, okay? Preston will never leave you like this in no lurch, okay? Baby, anyway, Mr. Bayo ain't on the up and up. Get that nigga out of here, okay? Anyway, girl, that sounded racist. I ain't like the way that ER sounded in my ears. It's supposed to be nigga, okay? Girl, that sound like how the white people say, I don't say the ER. It's not racist when you say instead of the ER. Let me get the fuck up off of here. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about this episode. I'll see y'all later. Peace.